Good evening, wrestling fans. We are here live from Las Vegas, the beautiful Showboat Arena, and this is AWA Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, Ken Resnick, and tonight we are going to see the AWA Television Championship on the line. Curt Hennig against Larry Zbyszko. All right, wrestling fans, we are ready for action here live from the Showboat. I am joined, as always, by my broadcast team partner, Mean Scheme, and tonight we're going to see some great action here from the AWA. We're opening match is a tag team match. Oh, indeed, and I'll tell you right now, we are all looking forward to seeing the contest tonight later on between the one and only Curt Hennig and Larry Zbyszko for that AWA television title. I'll tell you right now, Curt Hennig takes some shortcuts sometimes when it comes to stalking the opponents, but tonight is not one of those nights. He's got a #1 contender for sure, Larry Zbyszko. Well, no doubt about it. And here we see the Destroyers entering the ring, and they're going to have their hands full as well against a team that has recently made its return here to the AWA, and the fans are excited as we take a look at Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond. They are bad company. Well, right now in their series of matches going up against the Diamond Exchange, we have seen a split thus far in the wins and losses, but I'll tell you something. These two gentlemen are very capable of coming out on top in this one. Well, the Destroyers don't want to waste any time, decide to start the match a little bit early, and that could be a problem. Now the referee is down as well. Pat Tanaka going all the way up to the top rope. Oh my goodness, coming out with that elbow right to the chest. Referee calls for the bell. This one's now officially underway. Destroyer #1 in the middle of the ring, and he cover hooks the leg. He only gets 2. I thought this one might have been over early. Well, the Destroyers decided to come after Tanaka and Paul Diamond early on, and that may be something they end up regretting, because these two gentlemen don't take kindly to being jumped before the bell. And now it is Paul Diamond going to work on Destroyer #1. He finally gets a shot in. Goes for the belly-to-belly. Nicely changed. Paul Diamond manages to block that attempt. And again sends him crashing to the floor. Oh, Paul Diamond from the apron. Well, we mentioned earlier that the Bad Company have split thus far the feud when it comes to the Diamond Exchange, and I don't think last week they were very satisfied coming up on the short end of that stick. Pat Tanaka now the legal man in the ring and takes Destroyer number 2 off the apron. He now distracting the referee. I don't think Tanaka wants a count-out victory here, but he definitely wants a victory. Wow! Tremendous kick right there by Pat Tanaka. The Destroyer is in all kinds of trouble right now as Pat Tanaka goes charging him into that corner. Not once, but twice, and this time the Destroyer able to get out of the way for just a moment. And now the Irish whip into the ropes. He comes back out front. Tanaka breaking that up. But now he's got him in the wrong corner. Pat Tanaka is in the wrong corner here as the Destroyers go to work the double team. These Destroyers, I'll tell you, a lot of people count them short. They've had a lot of success in territories, and they haven't had that same level of success here in the big times, but they are very capable wrestlers, and on any given occasion could pull a big win out. And this would be one of those huge opportunities to get themselves up on the map. Well, it would be a great opportunity, but it's not happening right now. Pat Tanaka back in control. Both the hands and the feet of Pat Tanaka. Look at this. Chop to the head. Down he goes. Oh, he's definitely wanting to make the tag now. He needs to get to his corner, and he knows it. Paul Diamond pulls the rope down, and all the way to the floor he goes. The action spilling out to the floor here at the Showboat. I get the feeling that the Bad Company could have put this match away already if they truly wanted to, but I think they are trying to send a message out to the Diamond Exchange, Playboy Buddy Rose, and Pretty Boy Doug Summers. Going to work on the arm now is Paul Diamond, and he really wrenches it up. Irish whip again, sending him into the corner of Pat Tanaka, and here comes Tanaka from the middle rope down across that arm. Spinning back heel kick. Things not looking good at this point in time for the Destroyers, I don't mind telling you. It is Destroyer number 2 right now with Pat Tanaka, and he's in trouble. Down he goes. Tanaka's knocked out. Well, this is what we mentioned earlier on. The Destroyers are capable, fully capable of having a good night. And now it is Destroyer number 1 with that jaw jacker. Pat Tanaka's got him up. What's he going to do? Oh, that's it. That's the move we've seen him being people with before. Save is made. Tanaka goes right back down for the cover again. Oh, he was able to get out of it, but just barely. Now Pat Tanaka going to work on the trapezius area. Really wrenching it in. Look at this, from a deadlift position, has him up. What a gut-wrench suplex that was. I'll tell you, he really did a great job. He had to use a lot of leverage because the bigger man in that situation, and Destroyer fighting his way out of that corner. And reversing things by sending Pat Tanaka into the corner of the Destroyers. But again, Tanaka able to get out of trouble. Here's the Irish whip into the corner. Another double team right here by the team that is BADD bad. And that could be all she wrote. They thought it was over. I thought it was over. It seemed like it would have been, but somehow Destroyer number one was just enough left. Plants him. Face first right there by Paul Diamond. What's he got in mind? Big super kick by Paul Diamond. And it's over. Well, you know, the Bad Company, they have it out for the Diamond Exchange. There's no question about that. Oh, wait, they're not done yet. They are not done yet. Look at this. We told you at the beginning of the night they were going to want to send a message. Well, if the Diamond Exchange are watching right now, then they'd better be aware. All right, entering the arena this time, he is the man they refer to as Big Scott Hall. Fan favorite here in the AWA. He has come on the scene and really just rattled some cages. This big guy from Texas. Big Scott Hall, indeed. One of the guys who lives up to his name. He is as big as they come, and he has had a pretty good amount of success here in the AWA. Would like to keep that going, but he's going to have to do it the hard way tonight going up against Boris Zhukov. And, of course, you don't go up against just Boris Zhukov. Heenan LKC will be there in the corner, as well as Baron von Reschke. We've seen it 100 times before. Well, of course, that faction is currently feuding with Sergeant Slaughter and anyone who's from the United States. As a matter of fact, it was that reason that Scott Hall signed this match. He knew there was an open contract here in Vegas to go up against Boris Zhukov, but he says he doesn't like Americans. Well, why doesn't he go through this one? And here it is, to give him the opportunity to do just that. Fans, we invite you to join us here on the Nation Network for the brand new program that airs several times throughout the week, and that is Showdown Legends of Wrestling. It features the greatest names in the history of wrestling on some of the most classic consoles. As we take a look right here at these three individuals, and I use the term loosely when I describe them as such. Well, no doubt about it, Boris Zhukov, Baron von Reschke, and Heenan LKC have been a thorn in the side of Sergeant Slaughter and pretty much anyone else they get into the ring with. And tonight, Scott Hall, he's going to have to try and figure things out as he keeps a pretty close eye on Heenan LKC right now. All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. Boris Zhukov just throwing Big Scott Hall across the ring. Well, most impressive feat right there. Scott Hall's nearly 275 pounds, if I had to guess, and Boris Zhukov using that upper body strength to hurl him across the ring as if he were a middleweight. Scott Hall now, though, handing back some punishment to Boris Zhukov for that early on assault. Big knee right to the face of Zhukov, but that stands him up. Zhukov off the ropes, both men collide in the middle, but it is Scott Hall once again taking the advantage with a nice shoulder block, and down goes Zhukov. Scott Hall with a suplex. Follows it up with a big elbow drop. You know, one of the things we have not mentioned yet here tonight, and I think it bears repeating and reminding, and that is that we are now 4 weeks away. 4 weeks away from Wrestle Walk, the next super card of wrestling here in the AWA. It is going to be one for the books, no doubt about it. We'll be in Chicago for that one. Fans, you won't want to miss it. Wrestle Rock is coming here in the AWA on the Nation Network. Dropped across the steel guardrail, and now Boris Zhukov, he hesitated, and now that gave the opportunity, the opening for Scott Hall. Zhukov dropped on the back of his head. Well, Scott Hall learning quickly as he goes to the eyes, and he's decided to fight fire with fire. And I think you knew going in there was going to be no way to have a scientific match with Boris Zhukov. Trying to attack from behind, and that backfires. Scott Hall takes Boris Zhukov all the way over. Oh, a tremendous move right there by Scott Hall. And now choking him out right in front of Heenan. Scott Hall eye to eye with Heenan LKC as he does it. Once again, Scott Hall. Well, Scott Hall showing these guys that America will fight back any way necessary. This is a war. You want a war, you've got one. Boris Zhukov right now starting to feel it, but the question is, can he do something about it? Nice hip toss, takes him all the way down and down across the arm. Scott Hall trying to shake off the effects of that move. Gets underneath him, lifts him with a big back body drop, and Zhukov hits the mat. Now look at this. Sheik Adnan LKC up on the apron. The referee needs to do something about this. And it is Boris Zhukov taking advantage of this opportunity of the distraction caused by Adnan LKC. And now it is Big Scott Hall on the apron. Not anymore. Shoulder tackle takes him outside the ring. And it is Baron von Reschke putting his hands on Scott Hall, referee. Using some leniency right here. Well, there is definitely a numbers game involved anytime you go up against any member of these allied forces. Cross ankle sweep nicely done right there by Scott Hall. Big knee backbreaker, but Zhukov pops right back up. Appeared to have virtually no effect whatsoever on the big Russian. Another reversal by Scott Hall, who's still in control at the moment. There's a steel chair in the ring, and I can only imagine how that got there. From the middle rope, there's the Bulldog! Well, things not going the way of Boris Zhukov right now, and it better beware, because there's a big clothesline. Well, once again, distracted as the referee removes that chair. Again with the clothesline, he hooks the leg. 1, 2, he got him! What a tremendous victory right there for Scott Hall over Boris Zhukov. And this time the outside interference wasn't enough to get it done. We take a look back at moments from this one, and I'll tell you, they really had opportunities here, did they not? Here's the move right there that really set it up. Middle rope bulldog, near 300 pounds, driving you head first in. And there was the clothesline. Scott Hall, the rest is academic, victorious. Seems to be some words outside the ring by the members of the Allied Powers. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with plenty more action right after this here on AWA Championship Wrestling. All right, fans, welcome back. We are live here from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Showboat Arena for AWA Championship Wrestling. In the ring, we see the competition for the Heenan family, featuring the AWA World Champion Nick Bockwinkel, Ray the Crippler Stevens, and Ken Patera. Well, it's about a formidable three-man team, as you will find anywhere. I can tell you that right now. And if you are standing across the ring from them, and I don't care who you are, you know you're in for a long night and one tough fight. Since getting the AWA World Championship back in his possession, Nick Bockwinkel has been very sparingly on title defenses. But that is all going to be changing one way or another, because at Wrestle Rock, he will be defending that title if he's still the champion. Well, it's a big if right there as Ray the Crippler Stevens starting things off with Mr. Lou Fabiano. Got him up in the air, down across the knee with the backbreaker, and Fabiano early on in this one is already in trouble. Crippler Ray Stevens sends him in, tries to wind up and get him in the Boilermaker. That didn't happen. Here's another Irish whip to the ropes, and this time he caught him. Just north of the border, I might add. A very close move right there. Could have been inches away from a disqualification, perhaps. This Heenan family, they've never met a rule they didn't break. They simply do not care about the rule book. They only care about the money, the wins, and the losses, and they will do anything they can do to get that. They continue to go to work on the back of Fabiano. Big overhand right. Referee right there watching this thing and does nothing about it. Fabiano now blocking one out, but now look at this. The champion ducks it out, and he counters with a series of punches and chops. Nice suplex right there. That is why Nick Bockwinkel is the champion. Once again, the tag is made, and now it is Ray the Crippler Stevens coming down across that shoulder, rakes the back of Fabiano. Fabiano now with a back elbow, went for the attack, but Stevens too quick for him. Big elbow right off the middle rope, and now you have to wonder if Mr. Fabiano's got anything left to offer in this match. Tag is made. We get our first look at Ken Patera here in this one. Fabiano catches the ankle, and again just doesn't have what it takes. At this point, I'm not sure what's holding Lou Fabiano on his feet at all. Tremendous knee lift right there. Now Ken Patera with a belly-to-belly suplex. Now the Olympian sizing him up, and this could be a very quick match. Fabiano has been unable to make a tag at all in this one. Fabiano holding on for all he's worth, but that's it. It's over. Well, just like that, the Heenan family rake up another big win here on AWA Championship Wrestling. As we take a look back at some of the moments of this one, the double team over and over again by the Heenan family, taking full advantage of the 5 count. That belly-to-belly suplex right there really just took what little life was left in Fabiano and drove it out of him. But there it is, the full Nelson, and you just don't survive the full Nelson by Ken Patera. It may be a different story at Wrestle Rock, though, fans. I'll tell you right now, because Nick Bockwinkel will be defending the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. We don't know who he's going to be fighting against yet, but I assure you he'll have to have his best game to come out of Wrestle Rock, still the AWA champion. Back with our main event right after these words. All right, fans, it is time for our main event of the evening. It is for the AWA Television Championship. Entering the ring at this time, he is the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's weighing in at 248 pounds, Larry Zbyszko. Well, Larry Zbyszko considers himself to be the living legend, claims that he retired Bruno Sammartino. As I recall it wasn't quite the way it worked out there, but nonetheless, Zbyszko is the man still standing, so he claims the title of the living legend. Tonight he'll be going up against what may be a future legend in Curt Hennig. When you talk about pedigree, Curt Hennig is about as good as they get. Son of the legendary Larry the Axe Hennig, who also competes here in the AWA. Indeed, he does. A bitter feud going on right now with the Mad Dog Maurice Vachon. And we take a look at the AWA champion, Curt Hennig. Well, that television title means a lot to Curt Hennig. He is the only man who has ever held it. In recent weeks, we've seen a different side of Curt Hennig. A rougher edge, perhaps. And that is something that can happen with a championship. You become very protective. You become very territorial. Not only that, you also become a target, and everyone in that locker room wants what you've got. And that's what we're talking about right there, the AWA Television Championship. Former AWA champion himself, Larry Zbyszko, has made it clear he wants to get back to the top of this ladder. If he were to get the AWA TV title, that would definitely catapult him closer and closer to Nick Bockwinkel. As we take a look at Curt Hennig right there, the AWA Television Champion with that title belt. All smiles at the moment. We'll see how long that lasts. All right, the bell sounds. Action underway. Curt Hennig went running towards Larry Zbyszko, but Zbyszko caught him with a stiff back elbow. Now it is Curt Hennig, however, taking over on Larry Zbyszko with a perfect suplex. Now with the snapmare, Larry Zbyszko goes down. Hennig snapping the neck, and Larry Zbyszko's in trouble. Well, Curt Hennig very happy with the way things are going right now and letting the fans know about it. Many of them still cheering him, but Larry Zbyszko slow to get to his feet. What is going to... Look at this. There's the axe. He caught him with it. Zbyszko could be out. You've got to be kidding me. It's over. Well, he's not paid by the hour, but I've got to tell you, what a huge victory for the champion here tonight. We take a look. Here it is, the axe attack, and it nailed him. He put him out with that axe, the family heirloom, if you would. Curt Hennig with an absolutely huge victory. Well, he is the AWA Television Champion, Curt Hennig, and you have to wonder what his future has got in store for him as we move towards Wrestle Rock. All right, fans, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network, and thank you for joining us as part of the AWA Championship Wrestling. We'll be back next week with more AWA action. We're going to be back on the Nation Network later on today from the studio, and we will be bringing you more of Showdown Legends of Wrestling, featuring some of the greatest wrestlers on some of the most classic consoles in the history of the industry. Join us for that. Open forum, we'll go with it, and we'll see you later right here on the Nation Network. So long, everyone.